Woo! Hello friends, it's Wheelie, bro. Sorry if my audio is dog shit. I complain about this every time, but I never do anything about it. The little fuzzy thing fell off my microphone. Be like that sometimes. Anyways, today, I hope I'm not yelling. I gotta yell. Gonna do something a little bit different. Obviously, with the imminent threat to humanity that's going on right now, I figured it'd be a solid topic to talk about today. And just go over some stuff and my personal thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. So that's what we're gonna dive into today. More of like a vloggy type video, but still with some wheelies. So anyways, let's get right into it. First order of business. Had to bless the vlog with a wheelie. Oh god, there's a cop right there. Rip. What an idiot, huh? I might get pulled over for that. I don't know. I would like to not, but I might. I'm glad I put that down when I did. This is still up in the air. I don't know where this could go. Nice. That could have went worse. Anyways, happy Monday. It don't feel like Monday because life is weird right now. A lot of businesses are closed and like, I don't know, shit just different right now. But personal take on it, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, there's a lot of conspiracies and shit, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like, you know, the media and stuff does overdo it a lot. I think they make it out to be a lot worse than it really is. But at the same time, you know, it still is serious. It's still something that we have to evaluate. You know, definitely think it's something to be cautious about, because regardless of the numbers, regardless of what the media says, regardless of any of that, it's still a virus and it's still killing people. So at that point, I mean, do I think you should board your windows up at your house and like stay inside at all costs and never leave and avoid social contact, you know, completely? No. But do I think, you know, keeping a 6-foot radius from people unless it's absolutely necessary, or, you know, God forbid you have to be cleaner and wash your hands more often, you know, shit like that. I mean, do that stuff, you know. I mean, if that's what they're telling you to do, I mean, washing your hands isn't going to make it worse, you know, just that's how I feel about it. So I don't know. I mean, it is a big deal. It's really interesting. I mean, right now, for the record, before I catch any hate mail for it, for those that might say it, I am on official business. I'm doing something for work. I'm just out on the bike doing it. So I got to go to my job for something, and then I'm going to head back home. But I have been social distancing, trying not to get around big groups of people, you know, unnecessary trips to the store and like that sort of shit, you know, doing that, okay? Because it's a guideline. You know what I mean? That's something that they're saying is a good idea for us to do. To stop the spread of it, because it's not really me that I'm worried about, but the way that I personally feel about it is if I can help avoid someone else getting it who's at a higher risk, like an elderly person or somebody with some kind of you know, disease that makes them more susceptible to serious complications due to the virus, then I'm gonna do that, you know, because like I said, I'm a young guy. I don't really get sick that often. I feel like my immune system's pretty good. Does that make me, you know, impenetrable from it? No. But can I do what, you know, can I make all the necessary precautions to avoid giving it to somebody else who could have a serious issue from it? Yes. And that's kind of where I stand on it. It's not as much for me as it is for other people. And I think that as a whole, that's what we have to look at as a civilization and, you know, as the human race, you know, is that we, you know, as people owe it to ourselves you know, to help stop the spread of viruses that may not kill us as individuals, but could kill other people. You know, so it's not me that I'm worried about, but, you know, my grandma or something like that, you know, or my old aunt or my elderly neighbor, you know, that's who is right now seems to be at the biggest risk. So as of now, Texas is not under any sort of shelter in place or quarantines or anything like that, which I don't know, that comes with mixed emotions from a lot of people, because a lot of people feel like the state should do more to lock us down to keep stopping the spread of it. But at the end of the day, people are still going to do what they want to do. So it really just takes people, you know, picking that backpack up and putting it on their back and saying, all right, well, I'm going to do what I can to stop the spread of the virus. Not for myself, I mean, maybe for myself, but mostly for others. So that's kind of where we're at. You know, this may be, you know, based on, you know, what I've been reading about local cases just in my area. This may be one of those things that, you know, soon enough, you know, I mean, restaurants and bars are already closed to like takeout only. But there may end up being like a shelter in place or a stay-at-home order. And I mean, if that's the case, it is what it is. You know, I mean, we're gonna ride it out. You know, so I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I feel fine. And another thing that I wanted to bring up that I feel like is very probable, that's like most likely an option or a possibility, it's just my theory. As much as they talk about how this virus can live on surfaces for X amount of time, how often, you know, the incubation period is, like how long it is and all that, I think that probably most people have probably been in contact with it already. And like if you live within 100 miles of anywhere where there's a confirmed case, I feel like you've probably touched it with your hands at some time or another. And then whether or not you contracted it or whether or not you had any side effects from it at all is different. You know, you very well could have just been a host that carried it and that was it. And, you know, you touched another surface with it or whatever, and that's it. You know, whereas some people, you know, the ones that they can detect so far, you know, they're finding that, you know, these people have it, you know, they get symptoms and all that. My personal thoughts is, I think that you know, there's a good chance you've already been exposed to it, which is one thing. But the other part of it, I feel like, is that the more test kits that are made available and the faster you get results back, the more confirmed cases you're going to get. So as quickly as this spreads, and to say that the incubation period is 2 to 14 days, there's a good chance that a lot of people have already had it and gotten rid of it. Their body's already fought it, and that's just it. And if they took a test, they'd probably come back negative for it. You know, but that's the thing. It's just, you know, the more test kits that become available, the more confirmed cases you're going to get, even if the symptoms are just mild, and it's going to panic everybody. So that's where the panic part comes in, and that's the part that I don't agree with, is I think the media is putting a lot on it and making it out to be not worse than it is, but, you know, them saying we have, you know, 800 new confirmed cases or something like that. Well, yeah, of course you do, because you have 800 new test kits that you were able to get to people. You know, so a lot of people, it almost makes me wonder how many people are having flu-like symptoms but don't really feel that bad, that just don't want to get tested because they're like, well, I don't think I have coronavirus, you know, this is just a flu or a cold, like I'm sure I'll be fine. And then they get rid of it and they're okay, you know. So I'm not going to get into statistics with numbers and whatnot, because I mean, all of that, you know, I get that there's percentages, but, you know, coronavirus being complex like it is, I mean, it's similarly to flu though. You know, medical conditions are a factor, age is a factor, lifestyle habits are a factor, you know, but that all comes down to just you being healthy though too. That's a factor for every, you know, disease or, you know, virus or, you know, ailment that you can get. The moral of the story is that you all should have been washing your hands already. Now is not the time to learn to wash your hands more than once a week. In other news, pretty sure one of my fork seals is leaking. I think the left side looks like it has a little bit of oil on it, but there's some like dirt down there too, so I might just need to see if I can clean some dirt out of there. Some dirt might have got in the seal. I'll have to look. As far as I know, Weenus was telling me he has got a easier way to change fork seals. So, and I mean, I don't know about dirt bike forks. I mean, I'm sure it'd be something pretty similar to the bigger bikes, just longer forks, but I don't know. Not really a big deal. The right one's not leaking, so I'll probably change them if this one goes bad on me, or if this one just leaks enough to where I'm like, all right, well, that's enough. I know if you own a Sumo, your ass hurts. Just know that I know. Big bits. Woo! Oh shit. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't very cool of me. Something real big just touched my foot. Man, everything in my body wants to do that again. That's so much fun, and it's such a small little jump. That was cool. I like that, me. Me and Blake came back here the other day. That's how I know about it. We came and did some hardcore exploring the other day, and we just went everywhere that it looked like there could be a path. We went. Also, super fun thing about these bikes is just the ability to do this. Just be careful on street tires, because if this grass is even just a little bit wet, you're probably going to eat shit. So I try to keep moving, keep my momentum, and just not accelerate super hard. And 9 times out of 10, you make it. But I mean, at least then, I mean, I'm doing, oh no, what's happening here? My little, I must have lost a nut off the back of my speedometer. I ain't got the nuts to go down in that shit yet though. And I probably won't, so there's that. I gotta remember how we got up out of here the other day. I could always go back, but that's for bitches. Oh yeah, oh no. Alright you guys, that's it for today's vlog. I have to go back and isolate myself now. So anyways, if you guys like today's video, make sure you subscribe, like, share the videos, blah blah blah. Be encouraged to go scroll through all of my old videos and see if you find something you like, because I literally have a ton of content now, so it's just stacking up. So anyways, until then, you guys stay safe. Let me know in the comments your opinion on you know, this whole outbreak thing, and we'll see what happens. See you guys next time. Later.